Another project I've been working on, I just finished it. This is a Grizzly, basically just to separate gravel and stuff. We got it from a local town, Montgomery. It was their old one. They got a new one made because this one was clapped. So they just gave it to us. But I had to fix it up a lot. Plus, it was only this wide. I added these 3 bars because our payloader bucket was too wide to fit in it and pick it up, either to pull dirt out or just to move it, because you just use the loader to move it. So I had to extend it. Plus, this whole bottom thing was destroyed. It was basically on the ground. I used old discs as my little saucer covers. I just slapped a bunch of scrap steel on it and we made it work. My dad wanted this for his little gravel pit to separate the big stones out of, and then on dirt piles to separate the stones out of, so he has nice dirt. We'll see how good it works on the dirt. It'll work fine in the gravel part, so at least we'll know it'll work there. Maybe it'll work for the normal dirt too, at least a little bit. Something's better than nothing. And I'm gonna go take this out of here. It is good enough. I didn't record any of this because it's just one of those projects that is very time consuming. We just slapped a bunch of scrap steel on, like I said, and we made it work. I had to replace 2 bars here, straighten them out. You can see they're destroyed, but it'll be good enough for what we're using it for. I'm gonna get this out of the way and move on to the next project, because there's a million more to do. To move this, if no one's ever seen how to do this, you basically just come in like this. The loader bucket is the easiest thing to use because it's strong enough. And you scoop it up like that. And you drive it around. Whoa, we did not grab it right. I gotta make sure this back bar, there. Woo! That was my fault. Oh boy, did we just scratch the Bobcat. It's a good thing she's a little rusty. Well, not the Bobcat, we kind of tapped it. Anyway. Oh no, I didn't hit the Bobcat, I just had the back too light, too low. This part was scratching the bottom. We're good, guys. Too much recording, not enough paying attention. The reason it wasn't lifting right is I didn't have it hooked in the back with the back rack of the bucket, basically. So this is how you maneuver this old beast around. When we got it, we slapped it on the low boy and we drove her home. So yeah, we'll bring this to, I'm gonna call my dad. I'll ask him where he wants it, and that's where it's gonna go, and we'll see how it works. I probably won't get to recording how it's doing because it did just rain pretty decent today and yesterday, and whatever he wants to separate is probably too sticky to even attempt it, but we'll get this out of I gotta call him and stuff, and Christoph called me. I gotta go do something else first anyways, but these are my little front saucers. That way the bottom doesn't just sink into the soft dirt, because it wouldn't work good then. We're bringing it up to Doe's, the heifer barn area, because that's where my dad's working. That's where he wants it. This is my little line of sight. We're good though. It's not a busy road. There was nobody on the whole road. We got Terry, Matt, and my dad, and Phillips over there. They're cleaning up this slowly. I just showed them the contraption. I'm waiting on a couple cars, so I got off the road. But they're almost done picking stuff up for the shed, and then reconstruction will begin after. Today, we are working on a project of, we actually finished the feeding tractor. I gotta go take it for a spin now. I gotta put both engine panels on it, put the tires on, the 4-wheel drive works correctly. Reverse and third gear still doesn't work, but that didn't work from the first time we put it back together, and we honestly have zero clue on what happened there. Half the sensors underneath They don't work right anymore. This thing has 30,000 hours almost. It needs like a couple more hundred, and certain stuff stops working. But it has reverse and first and second gear, and you really don't got to back up faster than that anyways. It's on the mixer wagon, so we're not complaining. We're gonna ship it. We're gonna let her be. I'm gonna take it for a spin. I'll record that. So this is one of the little tractors. I don't remember if I mentioned at all. I think I recorded. Did I record that? What happened to it?
You said something that they blew up.
Oh yeah. So our old feed guy, if I recorded it or not, I can't remember anymore. Old feed guy, he decided not to check oil in it, and it locked the engine up on a 30 below day because there was barely any oil in it, and it was very hard, and it didn't pump any. So it actually destroyed the crankshaft too when it did that. So Christoph went to, where'd you go in New York today?
Oh, give me a second. I have it on my phone.
Okay, well, he went to New York to a salvage yard. He'll give you in a minute where it was, and got a whole different engine because the rebuild kit with this was going to cost $800, but to do the crankshaft and whatever else it needed, the crank was going to cost like $2,500 or $3,000. I can't remember.
Yeah, $2 something.
$2 something.
McFadden's and Sons.
McFadden and Sons in New York is where Christoph went.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Is this picking it up? That's where Christoph went. And when he was down there, he actually went and talked to Duffy because he was in his area. Chris Duffy, everyone who watches us definitely probably knows who he is because he has a lot more people who watch his videos. But we rode him before Christoph went down, and he went and visited him and saw what was going on down there at his place. But we decided to change the engines because we bought this for like $3 grand.
Well, that and the head was bad on that other one.
Yeah,
too.
we had to do it. That had a bad head
because it leaked oil down.
So I think we paid like three and a half for this.
No, 2.5.
Or 2.5 for this whole engine, and it runs. So I mean, we don't know how many hours are on it, but our engine wouldn't have blown up anyways if it just had oil in it. But you know, hard to ask sometimes to keep that filled.
I think it's really good.
That one did come with a clutch and everything, but the clutch wasn't the same. So we had it together already, but the clutch didn't adjust, so we had to pull it back apart and put our clutch back in it.
Maybe it was wore too much. I don't know.
The fingers were different.
It was just.
That took about 3 minutes. It went really quick. We have the steer rod tires off, that's why we're able to turn these tires. But we have the starter off, and we can turn the flywheel with a bar, and you can line up the splines for the transmission and the PTO. As you spin it, it'll line up, and Christoph's getting the bolts on his side started, but we're all the way on the grooves. We just gotta pull it together the rest of the way, and she'll be ready to fully tighten back up. That right there is gonna go for a test drive now. I did not get to it last night because my dad had a hydraulic hose blow on the John Deere excavator for his stone and dirt separating. I had to weld a steel pipe back together. It was a steel one at least. And we're gonna go see how that runs down the road now. This is probably one of those projects where now you see the hood open. Well, I went to start it, and first off, for some reason it unprimed the fuel system, so we were trying to prime it, and honestly, I went to try it again when he opened the valves, and now I can't get the key to turn. Which, this sucks because this one, all the case keys are the same, except for this tractor has like the weatherproof cabless key, but even though it has the cab, so they don't have this one in stock. You always gotta order it. So we're thinking that the key was messing up and it wasn't turning the fuel pump on. But the damn thing has sat in here for how many damn months, and now the key just broke. Like, it's locked up. I can't spin this thing. And I was actually twisting it pretty hard. Oh, that's how these projects are going now. So we turned the camera off and we involved a lot of rage and wiggling. We're gonna leave it like that. There was a good amount. And we got the key to switch, but we're still gonna order a new key switch tomorrow on Monday. But I hear it flicking now. I think so.
I almost thought it was.
But he's bleeding it now. It must have been when this key switch was just going to shit It wasn't turning the fuel on, but it was turning over. But we're gonna get a new key switch. I really was mad at it. We're gonna go test fire this thing.
Okay, I'll bleed the brakes.
Yeah, that's the other thing. That was right. We were. You can hear that she had some air in the system. We're gonna bleed these. Just drove it up to the heifer barn and back. Well, I'm going back, I mean. Everything's going smooth. We're cruising right along. Sounds good. Shift's fine. PTO works. The 4-wheel drive is actually staying out. Well, she'll be going back on the mixer wagon. Not tonight, because if something happens, we won't have to deal with it before the morning, but we'll slap it on for the afternoon part of the feed-in. And we'll see what happens. I'm gonna pull this window out. You can see it's shattered, and since we got a new one here, we'd change it before it blows up in someone's face knowing it's bad. That side I already have moving. You'll see it wiggle if Christoph wiggles it. So I was just gonna kick it out, but I do have a hook right here, so we're gonna maybe just pull it out.
I think it's gonna break.
I mean, I don't care if it breaks.
I just don't want to.
Wait, let me flip the windshield wiper up.
You might have to take that off. I don't even know.
Oh no, she is designed for easy removal. Want me to kick it a little?
No, just push it on top and we'll work our way around, I guess.
Put this.
And we'll still have to wait because we won't stop it. That both on me. When I showed up feeding one day, the window was smashed out of it. I don't know. Easy. Oh, one thing. Let me just push it slowly. I'll hide it well, like this. Nah, I'm not saying it.
You know what's nice about this window? It's actually tempered.
Huh?
It's a tempered window. So they don't just shatter. That's why I didn't. Yeah, well, more tractors should do that. See that? Tempered window. That should be mandatory in like every single tractor front window, because if you're going down the road and a pebble hits it, it can just go right in your face. This is the way it should be. I gotta give Case credit there. That's nice. We'll slap the new. I gotta clean it up now. I'll use this little guy. I don't have a new blade, but that'll get most of the glue off. It'll get most of this glue off. Actually, most of it's gonna come off because it's rusty. We're gonna have to sand that and paint it a little. Yeah, it's bad. All right. Well, you see what I gotta do. Plenty of work. We'll get that put in. This is our old window, and the paint has dried now. Marcus is grabbing the caulking we just bought today, but Christoph left it in his car, so he went back down to get it. You know how I was saying the other one was tempered? We did not buy another tempered window on accident. Christoph was wondering why this one was a little cheaper.
I didn't think about it.
But, you know, we didn't even know the other one was tempered. But now we know, so when this one shatters, because this one will shatter if it gets crushed, we know to buy the little bit more expensive one, because at least then it's tempered, and if it gets a crack, you can run it for a long time still, like we did with the old one. But that one right there, it was spidered everywhere, and we didn't really like it. Okay. Christoph and me are gonna put this window in. I just got done putting the caulking all the way around it, and I'm gonna help him. Here you go. Nope. Right. I gotta hook this bottom spot in. Okay. How's yours?
Except for this spot, you know.
Oh no. Yep, we can come over towards me.
Oh, and now we go to the back.
Ouch. Come my way? Yep. Unless your gap's good.
I got my back.
Squeeze it?
Come on. So, you see how we have this? And we have
Oh,
this?
yep, right there.
Good?
I just saw it squeeze.
Okay.
We gotta do something up here.
Okay, why is that coming out?
We're gonna make something just like this,
Yeah,
okay?
because I keep pushing it. And if I let go, it comes off.
No.
I don't know how to do that.
The window is all in. It's gonna dry now. I also put the caulking in right here. And we're gonna let it sit now for the day. And it'll be good. I do wish it was another tempered one, but we didn't know. And it'll last until it shatters.
So I'm gonna finish tying this thing up, and then we're gonna haul its ass out of here. Where she belongs? At John Deere's. Oh, man. That was me. That was me. I don't know, we put quite a...
I don't know how many hours we've put on it so far, but
Quite a few. She did a lot. She planted for a few years.
yeah, she did.
Alright, so we're heading towards harvest equipment with the 7600 tractor. Oh shit. Alright, so we're all the way down, and I don't know if you can pick it up. I'll see if I can maybe see it. No, there's a couple people gliding, a sail gliding, what you want to call it. But I don't think you can pick it up. Maybe if we get a little closer, we'll see it. So the reason why we're bringing the John Deere down is it is popping out of gear. I don't think it's inside, it's probably electrical. We were debating if we should fuck with it ourselves or just send it down there. So we said to hell with it, we're gonna send it down there to harvest. Hope they can fix it. We got other shit to do, so one less that we gotta. I'm a little closer, but I don't think you can see them. No, there's 3 of them over there. It's too far away for this. I don't know where the hell they came from. Must be up high. Oh, they got actually motors on them. Whoa. They got motors on them. That's why they're still flying. That's pretty cool. I never seen them fly around here before, so that's probably why we don't see them. They actually have motors. That's why they need the airplane. So actually, it's not harvest equipment anymore. It's actually United. Yeah, so it's United equipment now. They said they'll be able to take it right in, hopefully this week. We'll see if that happens or not. Maybe they'll put it in if they watch the video. They don't want to be liars. Just joking. So we're almost here. Almost at United. We'll pull in and unload the thing. Maybe we'll walk around and see what they got. You guys didn't see much there. Well, I'll pull in and see what we got. Oh, we'll go out the other way. And we'll get going. That's where she's sitting. Hopefully we'll get a call next week or the week after at least. Well, they got a couple balers. I think an 8 and a 7 series and a 95 100 John Deere. So they got a 90 500i and a 37 R33. I think they got a 8 right over there. 310 and a 8R 340. Well, from the looks of it, front end is almost touching the ground, so it must have quite a bit of suspension right there. So we're almost home. Have some Subway on the way back for dinner. Another few more miles, we'll be back. Now probably will be it for this video, I think, I'm sure, pretty sure. No DOT, DMB, whatever we call it, DOT. I didn't think it'd be out on Sundays anyway, so